One 150-meter longliner, one target tonight, only giant squid.
Circle hooks are inspected and guarded. Deepwater squid will test every connection. Bait is rigged with subtle glow to draw squid out of black water. They prepare for suction and ink. Control ropes and tarps keep the deck safe. The hauler is tuned for steady pull. No sudden surges when a squid grabs and thrashes. Paper charts guide them to deep structure where giant squid prowl at night.
Everything is staged in order. Tangles cost time, and time costs deep water opportunities.
Swivels must spin freely. Squid can torque a leader into a tight spring. Below deck, hydraulics warm up for hours of hauling in the dark. Lights are set for work, not spectacle. Squid will be drawn by the bait's glow below. The longliner pushes farther offshore, where the water turns cold and deep. Final checks lock the plan. Every hook, every leader, every glow point in place. The first buoy drops, and the longline begins its descent into black water. Each hook is baited, lit, and sent, building a trail of scent and glow below. Lead pulls the line down while floats keep spacing through deep current. Clip, check, send. Every snap is a promise the gear will hold.
We got a monster here. Bring it up slowly, watch the gear.
Perfect spacing prevents tangles. Deep sets demand clean geometry.
Down below, the glow line becomes a beacon in the dark.
Spare gear stays red. One damaged leader can cost the biggest squid of the night.
They check connections mid-set because deep pressure finds weak links.
The last leaders drop, completing the glowing corridor on the bottom. The end buoy marks the line. Now the crew waits while the deep does its work.
They rinse the deck now, preparing for ink and suction later. Everything is recorded on paper: buoy IDs, hook counts, and the planned haul window. They prepare quietly. Handling gear must be ready before the first squid arrives.
Out here, the surface is empty and everything is happening far below.
Before hauling, they stage a clean landing zone for a slippery, powerful animal. They snag the buoy line and feed it into the hauler. The climb begins.
The first leaders come up wet and quiet. Then the line starts to feel alive.
A subtle vibration can mean a giant squid has taken the bait far below.
Twist in the leader is a clue. Something with tentacles has been working the hook.
Out of the black, a giant squid approaches the glow, arms reaching first. Suckers test the bait, and the squid draws the hook toward its beak.
The line angle sharpens. Something big is climbing toward the surface. A giant squid surfaces, tentacles flare, and ink blooms in the water. Hook in mouth proof is clear. The circle hook is set at the beak area.
They keep the squid alongside, distance first, then control.
The crane lifts slowly, just enough to stop it from wrapping and pulling free. On deck, the tarp contained water and ink, protecting traction and gear. Hook and mouth proof stays centered as the dehooker backs the circle hook out cleanly. The hook is cleared and guarded. Then they focus on safe restraint. They measure mantle length quickly, documenting size before cold storage. The squid is moved intact into cold storage to clear the deck for the next leader.
They rinse immediately. Ink and slime turn steel into a skating rink.
With the first squid stowed, they return to the line without slowing down.
Scrapes and twists suggest another squid investigated the hook, but didn't stick.
In the dark, the next squid commits. Arms first, then the beak.
The mantle is fully breached. Note the coloration. It's deploying the ink screen now.
Hook in your mouth proof. Hook in mouth proof shows a clean set at the beak area again.
They keep the squid in control by staying calm and keeping space. A quick rinse breaks suction. Water is the simplest safety tool.
The hook backs out clean, and the guard snaps on before anyone steps close. They measure and tag fast. Documentation matters as much as the catch.
The giant squid, drawn to our lights, surveys the long line. Look at the powerful, engine-like pulse of its mantle.
They wash down again. Ink never gets time to spread.
Damaged hooks are replaced immediately. Deep work rewards perfect gear.
The workflow becomes mechanical. Guard, coil, check, and keep the line moving.
I've never seen one that big before. Oh! Did you see the ink?
Hook and mouth proof confirms the set. Circle hook seated at the beak area.
They lift just enough. Control beats force on a moving deck.
The hook is removed cleanly and guarded. Safety stays automatic.
Up close, suckers and skin texture confirm the animal. This is truly giant squid.
Measurements are recorded fast, proof of size without slowing the haul. Cold storage receives the squid intact, preserving quality and clearing space.
They rinse again. Traction is a constant battle during squid hauling.
The line hums under load. Deep pressure turned into deck tension. Shredded glow and twist suggest a larger squid is coming up next.
A bigger squid surfaces, mantle broad, tentacles searching for anything to grab.
Hook and mouth proof is unmistakable. Circle hook seated cleanly at the beak area.
They add taglines for stability. Bigger squid mean bigger leverage. The lift is slow and steady, keeping tentacles away from the rail. Water breaks suction and buys the crew a safe moment to work.
They remove the hook cleanly and guard it immediately, no shortcuts.
The mantle shifts color in waves, an animal built for the deep.
They measure fast and record.
proof of size without slowing the haul. The biggest squid of the night disappears into cold storage, intact and secure.
They reset the station because the next squid can arrive any second.
Guarding hooks is automatic. Wet decks and sharp steel don't forgive mistakes.
Another squid wraps the bait, arms first, then the beak locks in.
It hits the surface rolling, throwing ink like smoke in the water.
Hook and mouth proof confirms another clean set at the beak area.
They guide it onto the tarp and rinse to control suction and ink. Clean removal, guard on, then measurement and transfer.
They measure quickly, speed matters, but accuracy matters more.
Intact transfer to ice keeps the product clean and the deck ready.
Hook and mouth proof stays consistent, circle hook set cleanly at the beak area.
They replace chafed wire before it fails under the next heavy lift.
The line keeps coming. Each leader could be empty or could be massive.
Watch the line. Keep the tension steady. Yes, Captain. It's putting up a fight.
Hook and mouth proof stays visible as they line up the dehooker.
Water breaks suction and keeps tentacles from sticking to boots and rails.
The hook comes out clean. Circle hooks reduce damage and made removal easier.
Measure, tag, stow, then back to the line.
Fatigue builds, but discipline keeps everyone safe.
A tine jam can become a rope hazard, so they clear it immediately.
Once cleared, the line runs smooth again. Pace returns.
Down below, squid patrol the glow corridor like silent hunters.
Another squid reaches the surface, fins flaring as it resists.
Hook and mouth proof stays consistent, circle hook set cleanly at the beak area.
They land it smoothly, sling, tarp, rinse, and calm movements.
Hook out, guard on, then measurement, then cold storage.
They capture the number fast, proof of size, without slowing the line. Cold chain discipline starts immediately. Intact squid, clean ice, fast closure.
They wash down again. Squid work is water work.
The line tells them everything: tension, vibration, and the weight of what's coming.
A squid grabs hard, deep power transmitted up a thin leader.
At the surface, tentacles whip and ink blooms. Then the crew goes to work. Hook and mouth proof locks the moment. Clean set at the beak area. Rinse, guide, and stabilize. Safe handling turns chaos into routine.
Clean removal again. Circle hooks make this part predictable.
Intact squid goes to ice, and the hatch closes to protect the cold chain. They squeegee and rinse. Footing is safety. They track leader count so nothing is missed on the long deep set.
As tension eases, they know the end buoy is getting close.
The end buoy comes aboard, proof the entire line is recovered and accounted for.
In a sudden burst, the giant squid breaches, hook-proof flashes, before it crashes back down.
Cold chain discipline starts in the hold. Ice, drainage, and fast stowage.
They top up ice to prevent warm spots during the run home.
Paper logs link each tote to the set. Simple traceability, no shortcuts.
They wash everything. Ink and salt can't be left to dry on steel.
Hooks are rinsed and guarded again, resetting the system for the next night. They steam home, protecting the hold and the catch from temperature swings.
Land appears, and the crew prepares for a fast, cold offload.
Mooring lines bite and the vessel settles, keeping the hold stable and cold.
Totes rise through cold vapor. Time with hatches open is kept short.
The cold chain continues on shore. Fast transfer, fast closure.
After offload, they wash the deck again. Salt and ink can't stay.
Gear returns to baseline. Tubs stacked, leaders coiled, hooks guarded.
Harbor lights shimmer as the crew finally slows round after the night haul.
With the work complete, the crew shares quick high fives, then starts resetting for tomorrow. A final hold check confirms ice and seals. Quality is protected to the end.
Guarded hooks and tidy tubs, evidence of a disciplined crew and a safe deck.
One 150-meter vessel, circle hooks only, and only giant squid, clean, proof and safe handling end the trip.